Once upon a time, in a grand palace lived a wealthy merchant. He was known throughout the land not for his kindness, but for his stinginess. He counted every coin, measured every grain of rice, and he trusted no one, especially not his servants. His most trusted servant was a young man named Rajan, who was as clever as he was honest. The merchant, however, saw everyone through his own suspicious eyes, and he was constantly trying to test Rajan's loyalty, hoping to catch him in a lie or a theft. One sunny afternoon, the merchant decided to play a trick on Rajan. He called him into his opulent chamber, where jewels and the gold coins were lavishly displayed. Rajan, the merchant sighed, his voice smooth but his eyes sharp. I have a task for you. I'm going on a short journey for a few days. While I am away, I want you to get this house. But there's one condition. Rajan bowed respectfully. Yes, master. What is the condition? The merchant pointed a long, bony finger at a small, intricately carved wooden box sitting on his desk. You must guard everything in this house, but you must not, under any circumstances, guard this box. Do you understand? Do not lay a hand on it. Do not watch over it. Ignore it completely. Rajan was puzzled. It was a very strange request. Why would his master want him to ignore a specific item, especially one that looked so valuable? But he knew better than to question his master's commands. As you wish, master, Rajan replied with another bow. He will guard the house, and he will not guard the box. The merchant smirked, convinced his plan was foolproof. He believed that by forbidding Rajan from guarding the box, he was actually tempting him. He was certain that curiosity would get the better of the servant, and the Rajan would either peek inside or, even better, try to steal it. The merchant had filled the box with nothing but worthless stones and the pebbles, and he had already arranged for a friend to secretly watch the house and report back. As soon as the merchant left, Rajan began his duties. He checked the locks on the doors, secured the windows, and he patrolled the corridors. He did everything a diligent guard would do. All the while, he consciously avoided even looking at a small wooden box on the master's desk. It sat sir, a silent colony, but Rajan was a man of his word. The first day passed without incident. The second day was the same. Rajan was diligent, but he followed his master's instructions to the letter. He guarded the gold, the silver, and the silks, but he paid no more attention to the box. He didn't touch it, he didn't move it, he didn't even dust it. On the third day, just as the merchant had planned, a thief broke into the palace. The thief, a notorious burglar, had been watching the house for a while and he knew the merchant was away. He snuck in through a window that he managed to pry open. He tiptoed into the merchant's chamber, his eyes wide at the sight of the treasures. Suddenly, Rajan, who was doing his rounds, heard a faint noise from the master's room. He quietly approached the door and he peered through the keyhole. He saw the thief stuffing jewels into a sack. Rajan's heart pounded. His first instinct was to rush in and stop him, but then, he saw the thief's eyes land on the small wooden box on the desk. The thief crept over to the desk and, without a second thought, snatched the box. He tucked it under his arm, believing it must be the most valuable item in the room since it was left in such a prominent place. As the thief turned to leave, Rajan knew he had to act, but he also remembered his master's peculiar command, do not guard this box. A brilliant idea flashed in Rajan's mind. He burst into the room, shouting, "Stop, thief, you can take anything you want, but you cannot take that box." The thief was startled. He looked at Rajan, then at the sack of jewels in his hand, and then at the box under his arm. Rajan's desperate plea to save the box made the thief even more convinced of its immense value. "Out of my way, fool," the thief snarled, clutching the box even tighter. "If this is what you're protecting, it must be worth more than everything else combined." Rajan put on a show of desperation. He lunged forward, not to grab the thief, but to try and snatch the box. "No more, no more, leave the box. Take the gold, take the diamonds, but the master will have my head if anything happens to the box." This was exactly what the thief wanted to hear. Convinced he had secured the ultimate prize, he shoved Rajan aside and he made a run for it. He completely ignored the sack of jewels he had gathered, leaving it behind on the floor. He sprinted out of the chamber, scaled the wall, and he disappeared into the night, clutching the box filled with worthless pebbles. Rajan watched him go, a clever smile playing on his lips. He had protected all his master's real treasures and he had obeyed his orders perfectly. He had not guarded the box. In fact, he had actively encouraged the thief to take it. He calmly picked up the forgotten sack of jewels, returned them to their proper places, and he waited for his master's return. A few days later, the merchant came back, rubbing his hands in glee. His friend had already told him the thief had broken in. The merchant was sure that he would find Rajan flustered, having to confess that the precious box was stolen. He marched into his chamber, ready to accuse and punish his servant. Rajan, he boomed. There was a break-in while he was away. Report to me at once. What was stolen? Rajan bowed calmly. Master, a thief did enter the house. He tried to steal your jewels, but he managed to stop him. The merchant looked around. He saw not all his gold and the jewels were exactly where he had left them. He was stunned. Then, his eyes darted to the desk. The small wooden box was gone. A triumphant, cool smile spread across his face. Aha! But you failed in one regard, didn't you? The wooden box is gone. It told you to guard this house, and you let the most important item be stolen. Rajan maintained his composure. Forgive me, master, but you are mistaken. You gave me a very specific order. You told me, do not, under any circumstances, guard this box. And I am a loyal servant. I obeyed your command. The merchant was taken aback. What are you talking about? Rajan explained. When the thief broke in, he started gathering your jewels. I saw him, and then I saw him notice the box. When he grabbed it, you remembered your words. So, instead of guarding it, he did the opposite. He shouted and he pleaded with him to leave the box alone, making him think it was the most valuable thing here. He believed me, dropped the sack of real jewels, and he ran off with only the box. He did not guard it, master. He helped him take it away, just as you implied he should. The merchant stood there, his mouth wide open. He was speechless. He had been so sure of his own cleverness, so certain he would trap Rajan. But Rajan had outsmarted him completely. The servant had not only protected his wealth but had also followed his ridiculous instructions to the letter, using the merchant's own trickery against him. For the first time, the stingy merchant felt a sense of shame. He realized that Rajan's honesty and intelligence were far more valuable than any treasure he owned. From the day on, the merchant stopped his pointless tasks and he began to treat Rajan with the respect and the trust he truly deserved. And Rajan continued to serve his master faithfully, proving that true cleverness lies not in suspicion and the tricks, but in wisdom and the integrity. Thank you for watching this story. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more wonderful bedtime stories. See you next time.